What's going on, guys? It's your girl Shy Gemini, and I am back with another recap for Married to Medicine. This is season 6, episode 2. So let's just get started, y'all. And this starting with Dr. Heavenly. This is so exhausting. But anyway, so she's talking to Dr. Daddy. Daddy walk in. They're talking about the leather and lace party, and he like, what the hell you going to a leather and lace party for? And you know, Dr. Damon always has this even mood, this even tone. Like, he doesn't seem like he's upset about anything. But she's telling him about the confrontation that she had with Mariah. And, you know, let him know that she said that she knows some women that he's messed with. And Dr. Damon actually starts with the theatrics, even though he still had this same kind of like level, same tone. But he says, well, why would she say that about me? What? I mean, I ain't never said nothing about her. I never did nothing to her. Why would she say that? Nothing about them just does not feel, I'm not going to say it's not authentic, because I think they do have for the most part, a good relationship. But I still feel like there are some things that we don't know about them and some infidelities. But, you know, Heavenly is sitting there looking stupid, like she don't know why out of left field she said something about her husband, but failed to tell Damon that she told Mariah that her husband's stuff was small. So that's why I say I'm just not here for Heavenly. I feel like this spiritual journey crap is a facade and it's for the cameras. I just don't see it for her. But yeah, you failed to tell him that you said something about her husband first. But anyway, Contessa is at home talking to her husband about, you know, getting back into the workforce and everything. And she's telling us that, you know, she's practicing, I think she said once, I forgot how long she said, but she's, you know, trying to do a balance of both. So while they're talking, the little rambunctious one, Layla, starts choking. She done stuffed the whole damn sushi in her mouth. And thank God Contessa knew what to do. She flipped her over and was trying to take all the food out, and she stopped choking. Then we see her proceed to stuff her mouth again with food. I'm like, girl, you ain't learning? You about to choke. Like, stop that. They should chop her food up some more or something, but she's about to choke again, stuffing all that food in her mouth. Contessa lets us know about her father. Well, her father lives in another state, and he has been in and out of her and her mother's life pretty much, I guess, all her life, because he had a drug problem. He has, I forgot the disease that she said, y'all. I'm sorry, but his body has taken a lot of hits from not taking care of himself. He smokes. So, and drugs, I'm sure, didn't help his body either. But, you know, she said her mom made a good effort to let them know that when they were kids, him not being there, because he would get paid sometimes and would be gone for like 3 days. And she let them know, like, you know, it's not you guys. He's sick. It has nothing to do with y'all, because you do as a child, if you feel like your parent is not there and they're never around, that is something that you're doing. It's something with you. So she did her best to let them know. And from what Contessa was saying, it actually helped with her relationship with her dad. So she just wants him to be around for her kids. And she feels like whatever ailments that he's dealing with now, it's just a little more serious than he's willing to tell her. So she just wants him to make up that time with her kids and be there with them and spend as much time as she can with him. So Miss Quad is on screen again, and she is actually having lunch with Rashawn and Selena, and they are her co-hosts for the Sister Circle. So they're having their lunch with each other, and Quad has let us know that since they've started working together, they have actually gotten really close with each other. They bonded and they just have a connection. And she feels maybe more of a connection with them than with the Married to Medicine girls. So she lets them know that she feels less judged with them. I don't think they necessarily are judgy, but I feel like they want to give a lot of advice, a lot of unsolicited advice of what you should and shouldn't do in your marriage. And a lot of times, you don't need that. You guys are not marriage counselors. I mean, sometimes the advice can work, but this group, I think they just go a little overboard, especially Toya and Heavenly. So I totally get. Selena asked her what she's going to do with Dr. G, and she was just like, at this point, she don't know. She's trying to figure it out. And Selena said, hey, I'm going to pray for you. I don't know what exactly I'm praying for, but if y'all decide to separate, okay. If you decide to stay together, that's even better. So I'm glad that she feels like she can at least talk to them and confide in them, even if she can't confide with the girls. Simone goes to the South House to visit with Cecil, and this storyline is kind of going to wear me out too. She brings a picture that she took at the Lace and Leather party, and I was looking at that picture like, that picture just as dull and dry. I'm like, girl, you standing there holding, I guess it was some handcuffs or something. Like, that's not sexy. Like, Simone, like, loosen up. Like, find your sexy. I get it, though, because sometimes I be struggling trying to find mine, too. So I can't really judge. But that picture was not hot. It wasn't. She puts it up. And then when her and Cecil go to have dinner, you know, they start talking again about speaking with the therapist. Cecil gives me the impression that he wants them to start trying to communicate without the help of a third party, which I totally get. But if you're not ready, you're not ready. Again, they're not being intimate with each other. Simone still letting him know that she still feels to feel that emotion. She needs to feel loved. And I'm like, Simone, I get it, but I feel like you know your husband. Well, absolutely, you would have to feel love to have sex. But I know you know Cecil loves you, so I don't know what else he can do, but y'all definitely need to fix that, because not having sex, like, that sucks. So y'all got to figure that out. Dr. Heavenly goes to a mind doctor because, you know, she's on her spiritual journey, but the doctor is asking her what has happened, and she's in this position where she feels like she's always going off or whatever, but I really wasn't paying attention during this segment, honestly, because again, I don't want to go through this the entire time with Dr. Heavenly. It's just not real to me. But one thing that doctor said that I think is so true today, he said, truth without compassion is brutality. And I'm like, that is such a true statement. I'm like, I'm going to start using that. How can you be this person that lives off telling people the truth, but you have no compassion? And he told her he Googled her, and he found an image of her doing what she does, yelling and being in confrontation with somebody, and then being a family woman. So, Heavenly, you got to decide which one you want to be, like, and stop with this spiritual journey, and then 2 seconds later, you doing something petty. So the day of the party comes up for Toya's party, and Simone and Heavenly get there first. And I'm like, Simone looked sexier in her nurse's uniform versus that lace and leather thing. Because I forgot to mention, the party is like a doctor's theme and so, you know, again, celebrating Eugene. I do give Toya, she does come up with some elaborate, detailed parties. So, but yeah, Simone, you looked better at this party than your own party. Jackie and Curtis show up, and Jackie got this bad doctor's coat on. Like, it was like a couture doctor's jacket. It was so cute. It wasn't a normal jacket with a nice black dress. She looked so good. Curtis was up there looking like a big old professor. Contessa's husband came, but he had to let them know that Contessa wasn't coming because she went to go pick up her father from the airport, which his flight was delayed. So she had been sitting there for a few hours. And then when he got to the house, he didn't feel well. So she wanted to stay home with her father. Dr. Damon come looking all swollen and just whatever, like he always do. He always had on scrubs anyway, like they said, so it ain't make no difference. I don't think I ever seen Dr. Damon without his scrubs on. Like he just be walking around like whatever. Mariah and her husband come, and Mariah, of course, looks good. Aiden has on his usual. Mariah and her husband come to the party, and they're standing talking with Cecil, I believe he was standing there, and Simone. And a comment was made that the doctors didn't really have to do much to prepare for this party because they wear doctor stuff all the time. And honestly speaking, if I was a doctor and I'm like, oh, this is a doctor's themed party, I would be kind of pissed. Like the one time that I get to go out and let my hair down and put on my nice clothes, I still got to wear my work clothes. Like that's kind of sucky. I mean, I like the idea because it's celebrating Eugene's promotion, but at the same time, if I was a doctor, I wouldn't want to be wearing my work clothes. But when that statement was made, Mariah, in true Mariah fashion, makes the statement that, yeah, I was going to put on my scrubs and my greasy wig, child, and have heavily put on there. But, you know, I ain't going to be on that or whatever she said. So, unnecessary, but we know that's Mariah. Just shady, shady, shady. Heavily announces to everyone to get ready to say surprise to Eugene. And when Toya and Eugene walk in, everybody yells surprise, and Eugene is clueless as to what's going on. So Mariah was like, surprise Eugene. Like, she said, she was like, bless his heart, I don't think he has a clue what's going on. And he didn't. I mean, how would he distinguish that you all were talking about him when it's Toya's birthday? I feel like it should have been done on a different date. Like not centered around her birthday. She honestly didn't even have to tell him that she was throwing a party. She should have just did it and surprised the man. So I can understand why he didn't have a clue that it was about him. It should have been on at a different date. So the girls are sitting talking with Toya now that she has arrived to the party. She's wondering where Contessa is. They let Toya know why she's not there. For some reason, Toya just thinks that she should stop everything she's doing and stop tending to her father to let her know what's going on. Which, I mean, I guess she could have sent a text. I won't be able to come. My father came to town. Here's what happened. I'm so sorry. I guess so. But I feel like you're reaching and you're making it a big deal because of the comment that she made last year about you throwing an out of debt party. Yes, it was judgmental, but I don't think those two things have to do with anything. So, or maybe it does. I don't know. But girl, this is your party. I would be enjoying it. I wouldn't be worrying about Contessa. So Dr. Heavenly speaks to Mariah, and it was so funny. She goes to shake her hand. She said, oh no, I don't talk to dentists, honey. I'm a doctor. But she was having a lighthearted moment. She was joking. So Heavenly's like, I don't know when to joke with you. And, you know, girl, like Mariah said, your spiritual journey is about as phony as it can be. The guys are talking with Cecil and asking him an update of what's going on with him and Simone, basically. So he lets them know, you know, they're still working on it, but they're still in separate houses. Eugene says it's okay to take baby steps, and I actually kind of agree with Toya on this. I don't think it's a good thing to be separated and living in separate houses. Like, I wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't want to be away from my husband. I just wouldn't. Curtis, of course, because he's all so familiar with what's going on with Eugene, feels like that they should reach out to him and they should have invited him. Eugene invited him, but he's like, of course he's not going to want to come with the girls. Maybe if it were just the guys, he probably would have came, but with the women too? Hell no. But Curtis says he wants to just encourage him and be there for him. And then he threw Quad in for good measures. This is when him and Jackie was in their confessional. And the look on Jackie's face said it all. Like, I ain't trying to be here for him. Leave it alone, bruh. Toya, where's Quad? She's not coming. Leave it alone. Jackie lets her know, like, you can't understand unless you've gone through it. And basically in so many words. But Toya again is on this, I would say something. I would talk to you guys. I'm a talker. And Jackie was like, oh, really? You are? Like, duh, we know you talk too damn much, to be honest. But Toya, you don't know if you would handle it like that if you were in that situation. So why don't you cut the woman some slack? Like, damn, it's not about you. I hate when people who aren't in those situations, they make it about them. It's not about you, okay? It's really not. So just be patient. If you're her friend, you will be patient and you'll just let it go for now and wait till she comes to you. So, Heavenly, you are a trip when it comes to your husband. If you're so secure with him, why is it when he was talking to that woman, you was all upset? And it looked like it was just a friendly conversation. See, again, that's what I'm saying. Everything ain't roses over there at the Heavenly household or Daddy household, whatever your household is named. Like, it ain't all peaches and cream. Like, you too old to be acting like an old jealous biddy like that. That man was just having a conversation. Toya, you're a damn fool. I don't know if he was drunk or what, but when you gave your speech, I feel like that was absolutely ridiculous. So she's thanking everybody for coming and showing support and that her core people are there. And she starts naming everybody that's there. And of course, she leaves out Contessa and Quad. She was like, the other people that's not here don't matter or whatever. So they're like, Dr. Heaven's like, Dr. Mark, I think his name is Mark. Is Contessa's husband named Mark? He has something to say, and he lets everybody know that his wife couldn't come, the whole story, whatever. Toya is basically putting her on blast on a microphone about she could have called me, she could have spoke to me. He was like, on the hierarchy, like, your party is not more important than her father. So I'm sorry, she didn't call you. Dealing with her dad. If I'm dealing with my parents and they're sickly, ain't nobody giving a damn about your party. I will talk to you later and let you know, but I'm not going to be, worrying about it all too much. Again, yes, could she have texted? She could have, but she didn't. So I think, again, you're reaching. They're going back and forth, and Contessa's actually on the phone, and he gives her the phone so Contessa could explain more herself what was going on, and she was still talking shit on the microphone, and she had the nerve to put the microphone in so people can hear what Contessa was saying. And she was like, oh, no, it's fine. Take care of your father. It's fine. It's fine. Being a smart ass. And then she hung up. Like, girl, that was unnecessary. And like Eugene said, there was catty and petty. And you didn't have to do that. Like, in the middle of the party, really? You had to put her on blast like that? And even Mark was mad. Like, you don't come for my wife like that. And I would have left if I was him. I don't know why he stayed. I would have been like, you know what? I'm not staying at this shit. And I'm going to tell my wife about you, and we're not going to come around your ass no more. So they going to have problems, I'm guessing, during this season. But Toya, you're going to annoy me. But that's it, y'all. Hope y'all have a great week. Thumbs up this video. Share it. And if you are not a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button. All right. Have a great week. Bye.